Hello friends, in this video I will be talking about NPV versus IRR method. Now, in front of you there's a flowchart which is actually pointing out the advantages and disadvantages of both the methods that we had studied earlier. Before we start with the advantages and disadvantages, let's just briefly revise what was NPV and what was IRR. See, NPV, net present value method, was nothing but PV of inflows minus PV of outflows. Or, in other words, I can say PV of all future after tax cash flows minus initial investment. And IRR is that rate at which NPV was 0. We studied the calculator method of finding NPV and IRR. If you can just recollect, first we would pass these terms CF, second clear work. We used to start with this, then we used to enter CF0, फिर C01, फिर इसका frequency, C02 frequency, and so on. And then if we want to find out NPV, we used to press NPV, then enter an interest rate, down compute. Similarly for IRR, we used to directly press IRR compute. So these were calculator steps, however, that we will be doing in the later part of this video. First, let's study the advantages and disadvantages. So first we start with advantages of NPV method. It is widely used. So normally every person who is doing capital budgeting would use this method. It is easy. It is related to company value. We had studied this concept earlier. If NPV is increasing or if NPV is positive, other things being equal, the company value and the share price would increase. Also, it works with unconventional cash flows. If you remember in previous videos, unconventional cash flow meaning the sign of cash flow keeps on changing. If you remember, there are multiple sign changes. What is conventional cash flow? Conventional is this minus, plus, 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 plus. Basically, the sign changed once only. So we are not talking about conventional, but non-conventional या unconventional cash flow होगा तो भी NPV method would be used. Now why I have taken this advantage? Because in disadvantage of IRR, you will actually come across a different conclusion. So normally when the cash flows are unconventional or non-conventional, IRR method would be something different. So it's not that NPV method is supposed to be used and IRR is not supposed to be used. There are advantages and disadvantages of both the methods. So these were advantages of NPV. Now disadvantages of NPV. There's only one major disadvantage, that it ignores the quantum or size of the projects. So if the project is, let's say, large and another project is small, NPV method can give you some contradictory rankings. Like I've taken one example. A project with outflow of 1 million or 10 million can have the same NPV of 1 lakh. It is quite possible that both the projects are giving me the same NPV of 1 lakh. Now, which one should I select? So, normally we had studied if these two projects are independent, I can select both of them. If these are mutually exclusive, then I have to select that project which has the highest positive NPV. Now, in this case, NPV is the same. Does it mean that I have to undertake both the projects? Normally, what I would do, the project with the least amount of outflow, which is this one, 1 million, having a net present value of 1 lakh, I would select that one. But anyway, so that is one disadvantage I can say. So it is not considering the size of the project. So blindly just taking into consideration the positive value of NPV would not suffice here. Then let's move on to IRR. IRR advantages. So IRR is a percentage representation of profit, which is a better indicator than dollar representation. See, this is what we just studied here. Now here, if you consider 1 lakh, see 1 lakh NPV is a really good amount, but what is the outflow? what is 1 lakh as a percentage of outflow, वो नहीं मिलता NPV method में. So IRR method, whatever IRR you find is actually in terms of percentage. So IRR method का ये एक advantage है. And then our decision used to be based on this. If IRR is greater than my required rate of return, I would accept the project. So in terms of percentage, it is a better representation. Disadvantages of IRR. So there are multiple disadvantages. There can be no IRR. So we'll study this case in the next slide. No IRR meaning there is no rate at which NPV is exactly zero. It is very much possible. Then there can be multiple IRRs. So basically at 2 or 3 rates, NPV will be equal to 0. Even this example I have covered in the next slide. And contradictory ranking with NPV method at times. So if NPV says select project A, IRR would suggest project B. So even this case I have covered in the next slide. So basically we are studying these 3 disadvantages in detail. So let's study disadvantage 1 and 2, which is no IRR and multiple IRR. So in front of you there are 2 examples. We'll start with the first example. So I've taken 2 years 0, 1 and 2, and cash flow is 1000 positive, 2500 negative and 2200 positive. It is very much possible in some projects that first there is an inflow and then there is an outflow. So what we do is we are trying to find out IRR. If you remember, we enter CFO, C01, C02 and press IRR compute. If you want, you can solve side by side. So the keys are, first you start with cash flow, then press second, then press clear work. Then you can enter first cash flow. Now it is positive. So 1000 enter, फिर down. Then you enter C01 as 2500 negative. Negative कैसे करते हैं? Press 2500 and then press this plus minus sign and then enter. Go down again. Frequency would be 1. So let it be 1. Go down again. And then C02 you need to enter, which is 2200 positive. And then go down. Frequency will be 1. If you do this and then press IRR compute, now you won't really get any IRR. So in my answer I've written, it is unusual but true. Projects with non-conventional cash flows might have no IRRs. If you remember, what is a non-conventional cash flow pattern? It can be minus plus minus plus minus or plus minus plus minus plus. Basically the sign is changing more than one time. So the project mentioned above might be profitable. See, even if you are not getting any IRR, it can be erroneous on the CalC, but in real life this project can be profitable. So this is the number one disadvantage of IRR method, that sometimes there might be no IRR. And if you remember, NPV advantages, the last advantage of NPV method we had studied was that it is very much usable when the cash flow pattern is non-conventional or unconventional. So whenever there are unconventional cash flow patterns, better use NPV method. Now second example, again 2 years का example है. First year cash flow is negative 1000, then positive 5000 and then negative 6000. So again we can find out IRR and NPV. So again let's just read, if it's okay if you don't really solve it. Enter the cash flows, press NPV, then you enter IRR equal to 100 or IRR नहीं but I, interest rate जो होता है वो 100 डालो, you get NPV as 0, so it makes 100 as IRR. Similarly again, now you have already entered the cash flows. Now what you need to do is again press NPV, then enter interest rate as 200, again NPV would be 0. So basically what you are doing is, first you have entered all the cash flows, CF0, C01, C02. Then you press NPV. Whenever you press NPV, the Calc would ask you I equal to something, interest rate. Instead of I equal to something, ट्रायल एंड एरर करो, I equal to 100 डालो पहले, down compute, you get NPV as 0. Then again press NPV, again I equal to something, now press 200, enter, down compute, you get again NPV of 0. So it is unusual but true. Projects may have multiple IRRs. Like in this case, there are two IRRs, 100 and 200. So again, IRR method has these two disadvantages, no IRR and multiple IRR. However, the most important disadvantage is in the next slide. Okay, disadvantage 3, contradictory rankings between NPV and IRR. Let's consider project 1 and 2 with initial outlay of $100 and required rate of return or our discounting rate here is 10%. See, now in front of you there are cash flows. So project 1 has outflow of 100, then inflow of 45, 45, 45, 45. Project 2 has outflow of 100, no inflow for the first 3 years, and then inflow of 225. Now in this case, which project should be selected is the question. Now you can remove your Calc and start solving. So I'll write the steps for you. Start always with cash flow. Second, clear work. Now you enter CF0. So CF0 100 plus minus sign because I am making it negative, and then enter. Then go down, C01 पूछा है. Now we are in the first project. So for the first project, C01 is 45. Enter. Positive डालना 45. Then I go down. Now frequency 01. Now frequency is not 1. Check. 4 times repeat हुआ है C01. So basically my first cash flow has been repeated 4 times. So F01 should be 4. Enter. Now this means that there is no C02. See, you've entered first cash flow 45 as 45 plus 3 more times. Basically the frequency is already 4. So you've entered all the 4 45s, and that is why C02 hoga hi nahi kuch. So basically C02 is not present. So you need not even bother about C02. After you are done with F01 equal to 4, you can directly start computing NPV. So you press NPV, then interest rate पूछेगा. Interest rate is 10. Enter. Down. Compute. You should get 42.64 on your Calc. Also, if you remember, if you want to find out IRR, there is a shortcut. Now that you have already inserted the cash flows, all you need to do is this. Press IRR CPT compute and you get 28.49. 28.49 is the rate at which NPV is 0. So now for the first project you got NPV and IRR. Similarly, you can pause the video and try for the second project. Now for the second project I will give you a hint. Second project के लिए CF0 is negative 100. C01 would be 0, but 0 has been repeated 3 times. So frequency of first cash flow would be 3. Now after 0 there is 225 here. So my question is, what is 225? Is it C02 or C04? So the answer is, it is C02 and not 4. See, whenever you write C01 equal to 0 and then you enter frequency as 3. So the CalC is smart enough to consider 000 as C01, C02, C03. So now whenever you insert C02, the next cash flow, that is automatically the fourth cash flow in the mind of the CalC. So C02 is equal to 225. Don't make a mistake here, C04 mat lena, it is C02. And then you go for NPV, you insert 10% of interest rate, down compute. So you get NPV as 53.68. And then IRR compute, you get IRR of 22.47. If you've reached till here, you will notice a strange conclusion here. Check NPVs. First, I will start with NPV. NPV के हिसाब से which project should be selected, assuming these are mutually exclusive, meaning only one project can be selected. Project 1 NPV is 42.64. Project 2 NPV is 53.68. Definitely, I would go for project 2. As per NPV method, project 2 should be selected. What about IRR method? If you remember, how do we conclude our decision for IRR method? So IRR, if it is more than my required rate of return, which is 10% in this case, I can accept the project. But again, if the projects are mutually exclusive, the highest IRR wala lenge. So in this case, project 1 has 28.49 IRR and project 2 has only 22.47. So I would go for project 1 here. This is the conflict I was talking about. So NPV method के हिसाब से project 2 select करना है, IRR method के हिसाब से project 1 select करना है. So now what to do in this case? So the conclusion is that you should follow the NPV method. Why is it so? There are two reasons. We'll study in the next slide. See, decision making, first point, if project 1 and 2 are independent, we can accept both. There is no question here. If these are independent, I can accept both because both have positive NPVs and both IRRs are more than my required rate of return, which is 10. If projects are mutually exclusive, we need to choose one project only. We could accept project 1 since it has the highest IRR, but also project 2 since it has higher NPV. Tiebreaker rule, always select the decision based on NPV method due to the following two reasons. Always remember these two reasons. First reason, the final objective of capital budgeting is to increase the company's value. An increase in NPV leads to an increase in the market value of the company, which we had studied in LOSG. If you remember, other things being equal, NPV अगर पॉजिटिव है तो कंपनी का वैल्यू बढ़ेगा एंड शेयर प्राइस बढ़ेगा. So this is the first reason I would select NPV. Second reason, IRR method assumes that all cash flows will be reinvested at IRR. But NPV method assumes that all cash flows will be invested at discount rate, which is R, which is more realistic. What does this mean? Check this example. Let's consider 3 years ka project. Now year 0 there is an outflow. Year 1 there is an inflow of 200. Then there is an inflow of another 200 and another 200. Now let's assume R is 10% and I'm not calculating, but let's just assume IRR is 22%. 22 means that at 22% NPV would be 0. I'm just assuming, I'm not even calculating. This is just an assumption. Now what does the second reason mean? Basically, it says whenever year one may, whenever you've earned $200, you will reinvest that $200 in your business and then earn profits out of it. Again, after the second year you've earned 200, you will reinvest in your business and earn profits, and then again you are getting 200 at the end of year 3. So basically, whenever you reinvest your profits, IRR method says that you are reinvesting at 22%, meaning you are reinvesting and getting 22% out of it. But NPV method says that whenever you reinvest your amount, you are reinvesting at 10% only, meaning in the first case, IRR method बोलता है whenever I get $200, I will reinvest that $200 at rate of 22%, which is not real. I am reinvesting my $200 at 10%. See, the discounting rate which you are using to discount the cash flows back to zero, meaning to find out the present value, the same discounting rate has to be used to find out the future value. 200 discount किया तो you are using 10%. If you reinvest 200 and you find out future value, you have to use 10%. So whenever you are finding PV and FV, both should be at 10%. That is the logic. But IRR method says that whenever I am finding future value or the reinvested value, that will be at 22%, which is my IRR, which is a false assumption. It is not realistic. That is why again I will use NPV method only. So these are the two reasons due to which I would use NPV instead of IRR method. Thus, we would select project 2. Project 2 because as per NPV method, project 2 is the winner here. Thank you guys for watching this video.